In the shadows of ancient times, where myths and reality intertwined like serpents in the night, there existed a concept so powerful it shaped civilizations: divine kingship. Let me take you on a journey through time, where mortals claimed to walk among gods. Picture this: a world where rulers weren't just born of flesh and blood, but were believed to be touched by the divine itself. From the sun-kissed pyramids of Egypt to the mist-shrouded temples of Asia, these god-kings commanded not just armies, but the very fabric of their people's beliefs. You see, divine kingship wasn't just about wearing a fancy crown or sitting on a golden throne. It was about being the bridge between heaven and earth, the vessel through which cosmic order flowed into the mortal realm. These weren't just rulers, they were living myths, breathing legends. Take the Pharaohs of Egypt, for instance. They didn't just rule the land of the Nile, they were considered the living embodiment of Horus, the falcon-headed god. Every morning, as the sun rose over the desert sands, it wasn't just bringing light. It was renewing the pharaoh's divine power. Their every gesture, every word was thought to maintain the balance between order and chaos. But here's where it gets interesting. This wasn't just some clever political trick. These divine kings carried a burden few of us could imagine. Think about it. How would you feel if your people believed that your smallest action could bring prosperity or disaster? If a drought struck, it wasn't just bad weather. It was seen as a failure of the king's divine connection. The legacy of divine kingship echoes through the centuries like a whisper in an ancient temple. It shaped how we think about power, about leadership, about the very nature of authority, from the mandate of heaven in China to the divine right of kings in Europe. This idea that rulers were somehow more than human transformed the world. And here's something to ponder. Even in our modern world, where we pride ourselves on rationality and democracy, don't we still sometimes look for something divine in our leaders? Don't we still seek those who seem to transcend ordinary humanity? But perhaps the most fascinating aspect is how these divine kings were both powerful and imprisoned by their own divinity. They lived in worlds of unimaginable luxury, yet their lives were bound by strict rituals and expectations. Every meal, every step, every breath was choreographed by tradition and religious doctrine. As the sun sets on our journey through this mystical realm of divine kingship, consider this: what makes a true leader? Is it divine blessing, earthly power, or perhaps something else entirely? The ancient god-kings might have claimed heaven's mandate, but their true legacy lies in how they shaped our understanding of power, responsibility, and the eternal dance between the divine and the human. In the end, maybe the most divine thing about these kings wasn't their claimed connection to the gods, but their very human struggle to bear the weight of both heaven and earth on their shoulders. Their story